Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of some F1 2020 career mode. We're on episode number 44 today for the Italian Grand Prix of Season 3. Round number 12 and not 11. I'd said in yesterday's video it's round 12. It's not. It's round. Yesterday's video was round 11. Today we're doing round 12 because I forgot that we're going to Abu Dhabi this year, so everything is sort of been shifted one round earlier. So yes, we're already going for a major weight redistribution upgrade. I decided to do this because I thought it felt a little bit through the corners we were a little bit slow. Through the straights we were brilliant at Belgium, so I think that's where we're going to go. Now we've got the rear of the car, the aero sorted out, and we're not qualifying in 20th place. I think that's the best place for us to go as well. And of course, yes, moving to Monza then, a track that I have visited in real life as well, as I keep on mentioning. There's nobody actually brought any upgrades apart from Alfa Romeo, so it's all the same order as last time. We'll of course look to get that major weight reduction upgrade up on the car before Japan. Hopefully we can, and then probably help us through the first sector, through the S section there, and then that will give us better track as well, especially the fact that Japan's not my best circuit as well, historically speaking, although I have done well there in previous times with the back straight. But yes, back to Italy then. We're into qualifying. Let's see what we can do. And our first time was actually enough for P10. The first time we've actually been near the top 10 for about 5 races. I mean, we were on since Austria, I think it was actually, where we're in the top 10. I don't know. Bottas has done a 17.4. That's the second after, as we went purple in sector 1. Marginal through sector 2 really though. Made all the time up through Ascari now, up to 3/10 up on our previous time. We've only got Parabolics to go. We've got a Williams which is in the way. Hopefully he will peel off into the pits and we don't get caught up to him, as that obviously the AI do that lap times. So we lost a little bit of time out of Parabolica, but still almost 3.5 up, and it's enough for P7, which is our best qualifying result since Austria, so that's definitely good for us. Our first on the top 10, still being out qualified by Esteban Ocon though, but we're getting there. I mean, it's the closest we've been to him so far. Hamilton splitting us from our teammate as well, so Sebastian Vettel only 18th. The two Haas, by the way, didn't bother coming out for a second run, so that's interesting. But what we can do, there's a chance of some big points here. The car's good. Let's see what we can do. It's time for the race, today's Italian Grand Prix.
We're back in Italy once again for another round of the Formula One World Championship. And what a great race is in store for us today here at the oldest circuit on the calendar. Monza hosted its first race all the way back in 1922. With top speeds up to 215 miles per hour and an average lap speed of around 155 miles per hour, Monza's reputation as one of the fastest circuits in the sport is well earned. We have 11 corners on this 3.6 mile track, with the best overtaking chance coming into the heavy braking zone of the Turn 1 chicane. Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. Let's talk about Renault. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
Well, the atmosphere within that team seems very positive at the moment. Everyone seems like they're in great spirits and having a lot of fun doing what they do, and that's definitely contributed to the performances we've seen.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Gasly, Ocon, Lewis Hamilton and Renault, Magnussen, Sainz, Norris and Charles Leclerc, Perez, Albon, George Russell and Kvyat, Stroll, Latifi, Antonio Giovinazzi and Sebastian Vettel, Matsushita and Nick de Vries. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
I'm sure we will. I mean, we're starting from P6 thanks to Albon having an engine penalty. Durability for Red Bull, they're actually still bottom of that chart. So, yes, as far as lights come on for today for the Italian Grand Prix. It's a little bit of a hold and lights are out and away we go. And it's a great start compared to Hamilton on letter. So we're already past him. Can we get past our teammate and Gasly, who started way up the order, is usually up in P3? Having a look down as Bottas and Verstappen there. We have to leave the room as we go 3 wide. We leave a little bit too much room though. We get a little bit squirmy on the exit and go on the grass. That's going to allow Hamilton. We're going to squeeze Hamilton to the right hand side and retain P5 as Magnussen now is also having a go at. There's a little bit of tyre banging there, but as you would expect, I mean, we're trying to go side by side. The man, he has a look for the outside as we go into the middle sector on lap number 2. As Jeff is mumbling about the pit strategy, I don't know why we got no damage. Tyre wear left rear is somehow on 14% already. Don't know how that's happening, but we jump to lap 4 already with Esteban Ocon. He's going for a double move on both Verstappen and Verstappen, who leads the race, but nothing doing there as but Ocon can only retain P2 as now Gasly's now having a look at Bottas and wonder if Bottas may have picked up some damage. Or has got a little bit of an issue as they're going slow through for Ascari, and that's going to allow us to go 3 wide with both Bottas and Gasly. We've got the better exit. We haven't got the faster engine. We've got the slowest out of those 3 because the Honda and the AlphaTauri and the Mercedes engine in the Mercedes is the only 2 faster engine others. But we're going to have DRS on Gasly. Gasly should have potentially waited, and this is just going to be easy pickings for us. And we're up into P3 on the podium. Could be our first podium through Austria. Now we're looking at head, see if we can get Verstappen maybe. Here's a replay though. We got all the better exit out of Ascari on the run down to Parabolica, which is surprisingly the fact because I don't really have the better exit out of Ascari down to Parabolica. That's usually a better one for the AI. As Esteban Ocon has gone through. He's overtaken Max Verstappen and has the lead there. So that's definitely interesting there. As well as Gasly now, you see what I mean, the AI have got the better exit out of Parabolica, but we're just using, of course, DRS. I mean, it's just you see what I mean. He's not got DRS now, so I'm just to be able to use the power of DRS. We haven't even got that major DRS upgrade yet on the Aero, so even DRS is going to be even more effective for us. He tries to squeeze to the grass, we're having absolutely none of it. We're back up into, squeeze him out turn 1 and back up into P3. Gasly does our point fast lap again, though on lap 6 Gasly gets the better run out of Ascari. This time though, we're coming into the pits to make our one and only stop onto a set of mediums. I think this is a lap earlier than what we originally planned, but the rear left is gone into the mid-30s, so we're sort of starting. I think this is the better strategy. Get off these softs and onto a fresher set of mediums and try and get the undercut. I'm also thinking about trying to undercut Verstappen as well. See if we can make it a 1-2. I'm not sure about Ocon. He seems to be a little bit further out in front with the pace of the car. That we've got there's a yellow flag as lap 7, and somebody's going slow. There's a whole heap of cars coming out of the pits, and we're going to have to go in the lane. Fortunately, Hamilton saw that. Giovinazzi is out. It could have been worse if Hamilton was actually going at full speed, but I think there was just enough room for us. He saw what was happening and let us through. So
information on Verstappen, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
So Verstappen's got an issue. This is definitely news. He's not even past Latifi. Hopefully we don't get to see Latifi after his ignorance at the Belgian Grand Prix, but we'll gloss over that. And moving to lap 9, we're in DRS range, and this is on the back straight. So this is one of my favourite overtakes, and under the bridge and through into what is P5. Latifi yet to stop. Ocon is only 2.9 seconds away, but as he showed at Brazil, he can manage. Ocon's AI can manage the gap. Brazil in my team, excuse me. He can manage the gap, and he's grown the gap to 3.3 seconds. I'm not really able to push. and Mag is able to come and have a look around the outside. He's replaced Verstappen, who's we go a little bit late into turn 1 before making our entry on purpose to avoid Magnussen. Again, Magnussen, he's just getting the better exit every time out of Ascari. We go side by side on the entry to Parabolica, although Magnussen then yields and Ocon has put in their fastest lap. We try the little sneaky tactic of going on that bit of the track, but as Gasly puts in the fastest lap. I'm not sure what happened to Gasly. I think he may have got some front wing damage, rather some minor contact with me. It was such a shame. He would have been up there fighting Magnussen for 3rd place. If it wasn't for Magnussen, Ocon has gone and obliterated the fastest lap. He's in another world. He's won the Grand Prix. So close up to the line, but fortunately Magnussen runs out of room, and it's P2 for us. Our first podium for the team, and our first podium since Austria, when we were driving for Red Bull. So I'm definitely take that after some of the dismal performances we have. We've got to work on qualifying, but things are on the up. Can we get a win though this season? We're winless this season. This is the closest we've been, joint closest we've been so far. We'll have to wait and see. Magnussen will be happy with 3rd. Bottas will be disappointed with 4th. I'm not sure if he got damaged. You can see the little train that was forming behind me. Leclerc did well for 5th place, up from 10th ahead of Norris and Stroll. Gasly, Sainz and Albon not really doing well. And Verstappen in the end finished well outside the top 10, as did Hamilton outside the top 10 as well. I'm not really sure what happened. Too much happened to Hamilton, but because of Hamilton's finishing outside the top 10, we jump him into P3 in the championship. I think Albon and Bottas are a little bit too far away, so the goal pretty much for the remaining 4 races is to consolidate P3 in the championship. Really watch out for many, but I don't think anybody's too far behind. Verstappen was potentially the one to walk out. This is very close in the constructors now between Mercedes and Red Bull, nothing separating them. For us, it's just about consolidating P3, which we did today with a 1-2. After being 2 points ahead of AlphaTauri, we're now 27 points clear. So yes, we'll definitely take that. A bit of a catching on between Ferrari and McLaren. That's a big battle for 5th place. As well.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy. Who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment?
Okay, this is what I was mentioning yesterday. Vettel has been performing poorly. I think we need to get him to perform better, so we're going to pick Vettel as our rival.
Do you say the championship is already won at this point?
Well, it's not going to be won by us, I can tell you that. B3 would actually better our result that we did last year, which I don't get.
The top 2
obviously.
Is it safe to say you're a winning combination?
For now, yes. We'll see what Ocon can do in the future. I mean,
did you
he
struggle
did
to get
win.
through all that traffic today?
No, because we had such a power advantage over everyone else. With combination with that and the aero was unreal today.
Appreciate your time.
Well, thank you for wasting mine as usual. She's actually she's had worse moments, Claire. Actually, so yes, we retain though still on driver acclaim level 13. I think we're probably going to take sort of victory to be able to make sure. Can we do it? The United States is a victory we'll definitely be targeting. That's in 2 races time. So yes, what do we haven't got quite enough for this major DRS upgrade. I think that's probably the next one we're going to go for, because the other ones that are available that I want to go for are both ultimate 3 ultimate upgrades, 2 on the chassis side and then one on the engine one are the other 2 in the other departments, and the others. The brakes aren't really a problem, but it would be nice to have some better stopping speed, but I think the brakes are pretty good already on that side. And then the whatever's left on the aero side, really. So it's just about rounding off these upgrades. I'm sure we're going to get an engine regulation change, which is also potentially a sign that we might need to save some points as well, just to see. But we'll see what departments get affected, whether it's just the one department, whether it's multiple departments. That's what I want to wait and see before we make any decisions. So definitely interesting, and also the fact in, unlike in my team in the drive career mode, the R&D points are worth twice as much. So yes, I'm going to leave it there. If you have enjoyed, then leave a like, subscribe to the channel for news, see more episodes of the F1 2020 my team, driver career mode as when they come out. But until the next video, I'll see it's time. Take care, thank you so much for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.